Hello and welcome to Wedding Chats. Today we are privileged to talk menswear. And who better to have a conversation with than Martin Larry? Martin runs a luxury menswear brand, Larry Casual. You can check them on Instagram, Facebook. They have a website. They have a YouTube channel that they should be updating more often. Larry, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. It's good to have me. And I'm very privileged to be here.
We had a conversation during the lockdown. It was good. We think the videos are still on Instagram and Facebook, where you spoke very good English. It shocked me.
I went to good schools.
You almost went to good school. You do good stuff. You do amazing stuff.
Thank you.
You do amazing stuff. And we thought you see, the wedding chat is about vendors, conversations with the couples, then vendors. We would love to hear a vendor like you speak directly to the Bagole, to our men. The women are taken care of. There's many stuff going around that takes care of the men, and we thought, hey, the men are being left behind. So that's why we have you here. Thank you again for joining. Larry, why menswear? You could have done dresses.
Well, most of the time, when I'm posed that question, the truth is I started with menswear. That's the honest truth. Because where I learned the job, I for one didn't go to fashion school, but I practically am both self-taught, but then I was lucky to have been trained by the big names and the legends in the industry, of people that actually began the fashion story in this country. So in those you speak of the Brenda Nanyanjos, Liden Chabachi, quite interesting names out there. And the Miss Uganda community as well, because they actually used to have a workshop that used to cater for the beauty queens, and they used to offer the gowns, the hair and the makeup. So I literally have knowledge, and not just knowledge, actually I'm very conversant with when it gets to women's wear, the silhouettes, the colors, the laces, quality when it gets to fabric, the fittings, how things are put together. I'm very comfortable there as well. But then it so happens that I used to do incredible stuff just for myself. But then the very first task that I got, I'd gone to an event. Then it so happens that I made this one shirt that kept on turning heads. It was a chef-inspired kind of shirt. It looked like a chef's uniform, but it was made of African print and stuff like that. So I got contact, or I got a call from he's a renowned producer, Pademan. When he called me to put in orders. Actually, he first asked me on Facebook where I'd get my stuff from. So I told him I actually make my stuff. He was like, oh really? I was like, yes. So he trusted me with an order. It was one first thing he made an order of 10 pieces. But then me, I was literally stuck there. The other time, I have a friend of mine that was stuck. They went to a random tailor and they had all their wedding wardrobe spoiled. You know, being spoiled to south. So when he called me on a Thursday morning, and the event was on Saturday. So we met at around midday on Thursday. I took measurements for about 5 people, and I went did the clothes overnight with my team. A bit of assistance with one of the people that I actually still work with up to now. By the time they came to do their fittings at my house, everything was fitting perfectly well.
Oh, that's Thursday, and the wedding was on Saturday.
Yes, that's done. They came in for the fitting on Friday. So when they wait for the event, it so happens that everything turned out to be amazing. I got 10 clients from that wedding. 4 were weddings. So then from then I figured that actually there was a gap in the industry to cater for the sophisticated modern man, one that looks out for brilliancy, one that looks out for color. You know, it's quite different from back in the day, whereby men were so conservative in terms of what they wear. Now everyone is more liberal to things to do with fashion. Yes, the men are also more daring because it also depends on who you are, what you want to achieve, what kind of story do you want to tell. Basically, the perception you want to sell out there to the people. Because the clothes that we wear usually speak volumes about who we are. Yes, so we tag a price to to ourselves by what we wear. So that's actually how the story started. Then I figured that I needed to go into menswear.
As where we mentioned earlier. Oh, good people, we are filming at Martin's shop. We are on Tirupati, first floor, room. What is your room number, Larry?
121.
121. I'm sure Jeff here and Marcus will show you around, see the good stuff that Larry has. So Larry, we were talking earlier, and I told you you're daring. You make people wear floral jackets for their weddings. Back then it was a trick. How do you get these people wear these things for you?
Well, I should first and foremost say it comes back to inspiration. Well, every piece that we make has to have an attachment to who we are, because we like selling ourselves out there based on individuality and what we want actually to, what the message we need to send out there. Then taking you back to inspiration is the trends have changed. Just like I said before, men are not as conservative as they used to be back in the day. And then also when you find the embracing of print on the market and in the industry itself is quite amazing. So people have started actually accepting things that they never thought they would wear. Yes, so it all goes back to inspiration. In most cases I'm inspired by who we are as Africans. We're people of color, and our nature, our climate, our environment. So that's why actually you see lots of natural colors in everything that we tend to offer.
Oh yeah, good stuff. Larry, we this is a wedding. I'm a wedding photographer, so we'll speak menswear in regards to weddings. So Martin, I need to know the Larry Kajo story. What are you about?
Well, Larry Kajo is a business, as a brand. I should say we are a luxurious brand. What we offer is not the usual on the market. We like being different. That is one. Then, just like I told you, we love telling a story of who we are through each and every other piece that we offer. So you find that when you actually get dressed by Larry Kajo, people will actually identify you from the word go. Then actually, to some clients get to come back to us and ask us, they actually give us stories, they give us testimonies of, I went to this wedding, I was wearing this outfit that you made for me, and someone knocked me and asked me, is this Larry Kajo? Yes, so, and it's always amazing to hear such stories. But then who we are is more of, we are not less than an amazing story, I should say. Larry Kajo, I'm proud to say that I'm very proud to say we've changed the story of men's fashion in this country when it gets to made to measure. Because our fittings are very important, how the clothes fit on the client, quality is very key, very paramount, and time frames is also very paramount. So take a case in a point when someone wants to come and book in for a wedding with us. It takes time to plan, do mood boards, go through inspiration, choice of fabric, colors, and all those things. So when a client comes in, usually we book weddings 3 months prior to the wedding. In cases where there are emergencies, because we've actually recently, about 3 weeks ago, we got an emergency of a client that ordered for a suit all the way from the UK. Then it got here by DHL a bit late. On getting here, it wasn't what they actually expected. I got a call at about 11 in the night. Is that PM?
That's PM.
So at 11 p.m. we got a call, and this client was stuck. Their wedding was the next day, and they practically didn't have what to wear. They just want that one suit for the groom. We just asked for a picture. Luckily enough, his sizes were very defined because he was well built up. He was in proper shape. So that also takes me to clothes best look good on how we look. Our bodies, because fashion has become as more important as our health to the men. So this client had a very well built body, so he was basically easy to dress. I'm telling you, we started making an outfit from him at 11 in the night. By the time they came here at 6 a.m., everything was done and everything was fitting perfectly well. Yeah, so in cases, scenarios like that, that's when we actually come in to do, emergency work and things like that. Yes, but usually we cater for weddings 3 months prior in order to give us, ample time to plan. But it doesn't actually take us from, serving where there is a need. Yes, in case times, people have run out of time, maybe finances, due to uncertainties. So we usually, step in and fix it. Yeah, so that's more of who we are. Yes.
Larry, take us through the process. What does it take for you to come up with those masterpieces? How do I differentiate a groom from the guest? And I see that in your stuff.
Well, I'm proud to say that as Larry Kaja has been in position to change the narrative when it gets to dressing people or the groom for their big day. You find that back in the day it was all about the blue, the black, the navy, you understand. But then of late we have what we call the dinner suit. As Larry Kaja, we call it the wedding traditional suit. That has been my favorite piece of all time. The wedding traditional suit, those that will understand me, is the white or off-white, or that color, because I don't want to make it so complex. Jacket coupled with black and whites. There could be the trousers, there could be a waistcoat, there could be a waistband, there could be suspenders, lapel pins, pocket squares, or hankies, pocket lines, and what have you. So the process is simple. I've always believed in individuality, and by the time someone plans for their wedding, they have that blueprint in their mind of who they want to be on their big day, what they want to achieve, basically how they want to look. So when you come in here, first of all, what I ask is, what is your idea? And what do you want to achieve as a customer on your big day? In so many cases, actually, I'm glad to say that most of the clients that come to Larry Casual usually know what they want. But as a professional in the game, I only have to advise them right on colors that would work for them, fabrics, the qualities, the cut, how should the vents look like on the jacket depending on one's height. Is it a doubled breasted jacket, or is it a single button, or is it a 2-button jacket? Is it an English or a British kind of suit? So those are all different steps that we go through. But then before we first understand your story, where you want to go and what you want to achieve. So when you give me that side, or when you give the team that side, because literally sometimes you come in and you find me, or else you find someone else, because Larry Cash is an entire team of so many incredible young people that are really fashion forward and driven by the good working skills, relationship, and how we relate to each other. So seeing me is the same as seeing anyone else at Larry Casual. We take you through that process. We understand your choice of color, then we understand your theme of the wedding. Yes, some people come in and they tell us, you know what, I'm going for a theme kind of wedding, everyone is wearing all white and this is what we want to do. Like recently we did, I think you've seen the trending proposal at the Falls.
Yeah.
Yes. When that gentleman came in, okay, the good thing is, the good side of the story is, I was planning that event with the groom and the rest of the team. We knew the groom from way back and what he wants, because we went to school together. We've been friends for quite a long time. So it was easy for us to understand his journey and where he wants to go. In terms of color, in terms of theme, that's why everyone was dressed in white, and the groom and the bride were dressed totally differently. Yes. So it is very important for us to understand the client and what they want to achieve. So through that, we're in position to interpret your dream.
Oh, you mentioned themed weddings. Talking about themed weddings, we did Chamagero's wedding. It was beautiful. It was new. It was. You brought Rome to Uganda, and take me through that. Also, do you see the future of weddings going that way? Yeah.
Well, I should say sometimes people actually are afraid of doing themed weddings, but they save you a whole lot of stress. People coming in funny clothes at your events. Then people don't dress right. Because believe you me, when people are dressed in a single or particular kind of style or color or design, it's difficult to tell who wasn't smart.
Yeah.
Most of white plays the part in most cases. But then yes, talking of Chamagero's wedding, we actually created that wardrobe in a space of 2 days. That's when Kampala-san said Larry Kajo created Chamagero's Rome in 2 days. Well, it was a challenge. But then thing is, I think I've learned on how to work best where there's a challenge. Looking for the right fabric, looking for the right motifs to accompany, to blend with the fabric. It was quite a task. We had to actually ship in fabric from the fabric did come from Rome. To be honest, it came from Dubai. So we had to ship in stuff, and the stuff arrived 2 days to the wedding.
Wow.
Yeah. But with the grace of God, I think we were able to pull it off. Because actually, even when the fabric got here, it wasn't necessarily what we wanted to, put our hands to. So I made a few calls here and there. Then I had a friend supply within town that actually had something similar to what we wanted. Last minute, he came in. He provided the fabric. We did what we had bought, what we had imported, and we pulled this off just like that. But it was with the help of so many incredible beings, because it was a collaboration between Larry Kajo and Anita Beryl. Anita Beryl of Beryl Couture. Every time we've actually done work with Anita, it's been amazing. We've done so many collaborations, most when it gets to weddings. Yes.
Oh, the future of themed wedding.
Well, the future of themed weddings, I think, is the way to go. And as Africans or as Ugandans, we are people of color. We are happy people that embrace style at a whole new level. And for the fact that Africa is the future and people are embracing fashion at a whole new level, I like the fact that we are actually going back to who and where we are and who is supposed to be at this moment, where people are embracing lots of African prints through our stories. And I'm looking forward to that one client that is actually going to come to me and they tell me we want to do an African themed wedding.
Oh.
Yes. Whereby we're actually going to, bring all the... I've forgotten the word, I keep forgetting. But where we're actually going to bring our culture, our heritage, our stories, our colors into this one whole big wedding.
That would be amazing. Larry.
Yes.
Martin. I would want you to speak to the groom to be advised on what to look out for when they're choosing the outfit.
Well, as Larry Kajo, it's one secret that we actually have so much to offer. We've not tapped even a quarter of that we're supposed to give out there. Our job is to actually change the whole wedding men's wardrobe narrative. That is by providing one, quality, made to measure, just like the word is, our slogan is bespoke inspired, and getting creative as much as we can. But most importantly, interpreting the vision of our customer. So you come to us and we help you put your dream to life. Yes. So for all the grooms out there that would love to, have pieces made by Larry Kajo for their big day, the question is very simple. One, set your targets. Find, even though it's not with Larry Kajo or elsewhere, wherever you're going to go, set your targets, make your bookings right and on time. Then accept to be advised by the profession, accept to be advised by the profession on when it gets to your wardrobe, because in most cases the things that we as customers want, but then they're not actually going to sell us right out there. Yes. Then I always advise the group, let the test be two-way. It's either simple, sophisticated, and timeless, or you go all out as long as you keep on track. That is in the fabric, the detail. Then let's also as customers try to do a bit of research on who we're going to deal with, what they offer, price ranges, authenticity is very important. Then they're in position to do this or to pull it off, it's also very important as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Good stuff. Larry, the wedding season tends to be quite busy and very busy for your sector too. We've had stories from your sector. People tend to get quite disappointed. I think many of your people get overwhelmed. They get bookings and then can't do the deadlines, and then people come for fittings and they're not ready. And it's just not funny. So as Larry Kajo, what's your capacity to address enough events, and how many events can you do over a weekend?
Well, this iPhone I'll address fellow game players in the industry. It is okay. We all love the monies, but then it's wise if we actually bite what we can chew. As Larry Kajo, I'm comfortable doing that one piece, but do it incredibly well and have it done amazingly. That's why, actually, when you ask most of our clients, every time they look into that mirror to actually fit their clothes, I get to ask them, are you happy with what you see? Are you comfortable? So in case of anything, I do not mind doing one piece a couple of times that are reasonable, just to have the client satisfied and happy. It's very, very important, because actually after that one client is when you get more and more and more and more. As the sector, we've not yet gotten there to have so much money to put up billboards, to put up TV ads that are all way up there. But how we survive in this business is by referrals. So to all those young men and women that actually would love to join in this industry, it's very key to keep communication with the client, also beat deadlines, and keep your word.
Keep your word.
Yes, because the thing is, you don't know how many people are frustrated with different things on their big days. That should not be part of your portion.
Yeah.
So as Larry Kajo, we actually in position to hold on a maximum in a day or on a weekend. Actually, more so for Saturday weddings, we take up 4 weddings on that one particular day. For the fact that the team is now big enough, and we're in position to divide ourselves as team players to go address and to go dress and cater for different weddings.
All right. That's good stuff. Thank you so much, Larry. Thank you for those that are still here watching us. It's been an amazing conversation with Larry. Harry, I want you to give us your last words.
Well, my final remarks to, just like I say, to fellow industry players. Guys, adios, you're doing a good job. It's I love where there's competition, by the way. And there's so many of us that are coming up. Please come out to us, support us. Let's buy Uganda, support Uganda, and build Uganda. It's that time actually when we have to actually believe in our own, support the industry, so that we actually also get to grow. That we can support you in return when you bring the monies. The money's good. So practically, yeah, that's more it. And it was great having you here. I was requesting we all go subscribe to this channel. Click that bell, Wallabakade, Nigao, and subscribe, and let's have more conversations.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.